All right, it's 5:56, Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Time for the Merriam Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting.
You don't have to come to that meeting, then we'll go from there. That's when it'll be officially, yeah. Okay, here for it. All right, okay, thank you. Thank you.
I saw a Facebook post too.
No. Oh, got it.
Saw you're on there. I was like, hey, you okay?
Hey, Billy.
Howdy.
We need one more.
One more.
We're expecting
Doug and Katie.
Doug and Katie.
So we were really worried until I walked in and saw you. Cause I'm like, okay, we just need one of it.
What happened to Chris?
I guess I don't know if the state has a holiday this week or something, I don't know. I
He's been
didn't see-
absent for a
Didn't
while.
see a reason, I just saw that he wasn't gonna be here.
Yeah. When was the last time he was here?
The meeting before the last one.
He had a work commitment, and he got late, tied up there, and then this month it was something with the holiday.
Whoa.
Hello.
We still have 2 minutes. We can't start early, my friend. I know.
Slow getting to the door. It might have taken me 2 minutes.
I'm just teasing, but if Doug does come, I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna tease.
Late.
Is it official when the door closes or?
Well, I mean, he can come in, but I mean,
Let's see.
it just cuts out the,
I mean, we have a secret knock and everything.
Yeah. I'll wear the robe and cowl here. I can wear my scout uniform.
Why don't we have school zones around our schools, Jason? Have you noticed that?
I'm not here for that. I'm here for this meeting.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Crestview is here and Crestview PTA made me think of that. And
I'm just attending this meeting, Billy.
are you telling me you don't want to talk?
You're asking me questions that aren't pertinent to this meeting, and I'm here for this meeting.
Okay. Nice.
hey Doug,
Hey, sorry I'm running late.
you're
It's
okay.
No, good. Right on time.
Now it's right on time.
Okay. Let's call to order. Last board meeting, advisory board meeting of Merriam Parks and Rec 2025. Call to order. Billy, any comments?
Yeah,
We actually have Crestview listed
Oh,
first.
Crestmont, I beg
Sorry.
your pardon, Sarah.
Oh,
Right
Go
away.
ahead.
ready to go. Well, hello and good evening. I'm Sarah. I am the Vice President of Crestview PTA Board, and I also am the co-chair for the event that I'm bringing to you tonight. We do one of our top fundraisers is called the Tacos and Trivia Night, and it is held yearly. Last year we had the honor of actually having it in this building. It was so much fun. we were able to raise a good amount of money that we put back into the school for the kids, lots of different resources and things like that. So we are asking your committee if it's an opportunity for you guys to give us a rate reduction, which is something that we brought to you last year as well, for using this facility here, keeping it a little bit more local. And you were able to do a little bit off the end of what that cost would be. And anything is helpful because obviously the profit brings back what we would use towards the school. So I'm open for any type of questions, what the event actually consists of, all of that. I would be able to go into more detail, whatever you like.
Any changes from last year?
Not too many, except for we'll probably have more. We had, the previous location was smaller, so we weren't able to have as many tables. And last year, we were able to have 19 tables and hopefully 20 this year. That was our goal. So we had about 150 participants, so we would be able to add a few more participants to that. And we're gonna have more food because we ran out last time. Because
Don't wanna
it
do
was
that.
so yummy,
Yeah.
so.
Was it tacos last year too?
It was tacos, it's always tacos.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with that, so.
Nice alliteration there.
Yes, yes, there was no complaints on that end, so, and we do have, someone who comes in and takes care of a bar, kind of a very minimal situation, so that's kind of a fun thing that we do as well, and the
The
same
cash
goes-
bar? I beg your pardon.
It is cash, yes, it's all cash. Some will do, the only thing that is pre-purchased is the tables themselves.
Right.
So people will pre-order a table and then get the guests to come. And we do themes, it's actually very fun, if you guys wanna be in on it, you can. But they'll do different themes and they'll dress up like that, and we have a whole taco trophy that you can win for, not just the actual, trivia itself, but actually the cool. Last year, it was an Ace Ventura, like everybody was a character from Ace Ventura, like movies, and they were fantastic, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it was the same,
What kind of improvements at the school do the funds go to?
yeah, fantastic. So some of the things we were able to purchase last year was new risers for the choir concerts. So they had I think it's been, I think this is something like 10 or 15 years. So it's quite a few years old. So we were able to purchase ones that were more suitable for the kids to be able to move in and out themselves.
Safe.
Yes, safer, quieter, probably from who knows when, those original ones. That was one of the big investments we did. We also got new tables for the cafeteria because a lot of them were more of those kind of foldable tables with chairs. So these are the ones that actually have the benches and the tables all together. That was another huge one. And then the one that the kids loved the most, there was two. A rock wall was put in for the gym, which was fantastic. That was a special request by the Coach Piper, who is our PE teacher. And also, Gaga Pit, I always get that name wrong, but it's a Gaga Pit that was put outside. There was one that was out there, was also very old and rickety and more of a hazard than it was fun. So those are four of the big ones that we were able to do last year, and this was a huge part of that, so.
Is this your sole fundraiser for the year or the major one?
It's not the sole, it is the major.
Okay.
So yeah, this is one that I would say brings in probably 4 times as much as what anything else does, yes. We have a lot of silent auction items that come through this. We have both the in-house silent auction and also an online one. So there's quite a bit of community donations. Also the school donates different things. So like for instance, a teacher will donate a class party or something along the lines of a family who has 3D printed items, so they'll donate stuff as well. So it's a big variety. A lot of the kids and their families get to participate for raising the money as well, so.
So the only question, we do have the room reserved.
Yes.
For the board, just so you know, tonight is your chance to answer questions. We'll bring this back in January since we don't meet in December for an official decision. One question I have, cause it's not in your letter, the time that you want the room, block of time, till?
Well, last time the trivia itself ended about 9:30, 9:45, so I think we have it reserved till 10 p.m. and then clean up.
Okay.
We did as fast as we could last time.
Okay, so I believe last year when we did this, it was, the room was free, but staff and alcohol permit had to be charged to them because staff would be staying in the building. So
Yes.
just so that you kind of know, when the recommendation comes forward from staff, is there anything from you all that you need to know from me specifically before I bring this back in January?
Is that enough time? Let's see, the event is 21st of February?
They have the room reserved,
Okay,
so,
It's just about the rate.
It's
Right,
just
so
about
we
the-
already were able to put down a deposit
okay.
to reserve it, and it would just be whatever the balance would be, deductions from what you guys approved, yeah.
okay,
Any other questions?
alright.
Okay.
Like I told you before the meeting, the January one, don't feel obligated to come, it will be
Okay.
on the agenda as new business.
Okay,
And then the next morning, I will talk to our, Lisa, I believe is probably who you're working with.
yes,
I'll talk to Lisa and she'll get in touch and we'll
lovely.
seal the deal.
Okay,
Okay.
and she has Kelly, who is my co-partner.
Okay.
So she probably has that name.
Yeah, probably.
If it's not me.
Yep,
Wonderful.
sounds like a deal.
Great, well,
Thank
thank
you.
you all very much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I'll leave you to
Tacos
conduct
and
your
trivia.
business. I'm gonna-
Who's catering your tacos?
So we do a lot of in-house stuff, so
Oh, you do?
we
Okay.
have some people who work with restaurants and things, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to keep their cost as efficient as
That's a
possible.
good way to keep it down.
We have a lot of context, so that's what we're using, so.
Yeah, okay.
Great,
That's part.
great,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Sarah.
guys, appreciate you.
Okay. Billy?
Yes, so I understand that Anna was deposed earlier this year regarding the civil rights violation. And is there a recording of that anywhere? Did the city or you make one?
We did not make a recording,
Okay. Were there any other park staff that were deposed?
no,
Just you? And I think Simmons also, right?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, well, that's my question.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Parks and Rec Advisory Board minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes from last month's meeting.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Abby does it normally, great job. Okay. November update from the director.
Alright, we don't have, much to update, we have isolated it to the controller for Basque. There will be a, what did you call them, a low voltage technician on site tomorrow to try and determine what is wrong with the controller. But Basque, it's still related to the lightning strike and trying to figure it all out, so Dave was able to find the components of Basque, that were given to us when it was installed, so we're gonna be able to give that to the low voltage technician tomorrow, so he'll be able to look at that and the components and hopefully help us at least get it lit for the lighting ceremony on Friday, and then have a plan to get it fixed, but right now our goal is to get it lit, so, to have some color on it for the thing. And then yesterday we met with the library. Our goal is to add lights. The library, based on their policy, will not add lights to their building. So when you
As in
look,
holiday lights?
as in holiday
Yeah,
lights.
okay.
So when we look at their building as part of Christmas in the Courtyard, it looks like they're not included. So they've agreed to allow us to put like the laser lights on their building. The problem is their building is very backlit. So we're trying to find a solution to get them to turn those lights off for the little bit of time. They close at 6, just for the event.
Yeah.
They close at 6, so it's not that they will be in operation. So we're working with the library to figure out a solution there. But what we're adding from laser lights will only be on for the lighting ceremony. They'll come out immediately, so don't look for them to be long-term. It's just so that when we're taking pictures and seeing it as an event in whole, it does look like it's a campus event.
That's a policy throughout the library?
It's their
System.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't want to light this library, it's just no other library does it, so
Yeah.
it's just their policy.
To be clear, they're not actually laser lights, or are they? Are they
They're
like
those
the-
little
Those
things,
spotlights
okay,
that
okay.
show
they're
up.
just a little, make the moving,
Yeah.
Yeah. just something to put red and green on the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
But because they don't have much of a facade and it's glass,
Yeah.
getting that to all show up is
Yeah.
a little challenging, but it's the easiest way we could determine to make it look like they were included in the event.
Yeah.
So, and from a temporary perspective,
Yeah.
so. Anyway, that's all I have for the update before I move on. Is there any other questions?
I guess I just thought it was cool that, you know, the approval for the proposal for the preventing drowning in autism children through the scaled up program. I think that's really, really awesome and cool, you know. I'm just again reiterating how proud of, you know, our aquatics program we have, and I think that's really cool, especially the, you know, relationship we have with KU, and that we're doing things like this, and, you know, in general, just, you know, preventing drowning, just not with, you know, this is like really big with autistic children, but, you know, and I've never seen that before, but, you know, drownings are up, you know, in the country, you know, and just with children in general, and it's great that we're trying to prevent that, so.
We are very appreciative of KU. We have a unique partnership with them to begin with, just because of how their program works. So we're always grateful that they're willing to seek funding that then basically helps offset some of the costs that we have for their program. And that's kind of what some of these things, they're doing the research, but we're getting the benefit of it. And also just because of, it is expensive to offer those programs. So they work hard to find scholarships for patrons. They're a very good partner for us as well.
Billy, you have a question? I'm sorry, Tyson, I'm sorry, Billy. Tyson?
Yeah, I was curious with like the lighting thing, would it change or would it be any different if they had lights on year round that they could change based on the season? Would that make it any different than putting up lights per season?
I don't believe they have any lights on the front of the building that change.
Okay.
So we did inquire about that. So yeah, I don't think they have anything that we have like here on the trellis that changes.
Okay, Billy?
I was gonna ask, how many lights do we put up during Christmas, or how many feet of lights?
Anybody know?
I mean,
I've never measured.
Yeah, you get that information, that'd be a great trivia question.
Yeah.
I don't know. And,
That's the park department?
well, it would be
City.
Public Works.
Public Works,
They
okay.
put them all up, and it's a matter of defining how many linear feet each building has, and
Well, they probably do the same every year, huh?
yeah, at this point, we don't buy new lights. They're all LED, and we just put them up, or they just put them up.
Try to let you know in January.
Have we seen the last draft on the rate increase letters that are going out?
That was sent to you all.
Yeah,
via
oh, yeah.
email. Okay. Those are ready to go.
Are we having to do any cold weather prep, you know, as we get into really cool seasons? And like last year, we've had like, you know, we had some really, really cold days. I think especially with the power outage, you know, I think one day really kind of screwed us up. Is there any prep that you guys are having to go through to really kind of prep for anything?
Well, the generator is getting ready to come online,
Yeah.
so that will be helpful. As outside of that, Public Works manages all of our snow removal, with the exception of, you know, a little bit of what we do to kind of help them out when it starts to accumulate on our walks. So Public Works manages all, I would say, the prep of
Yeah.
getting ready for winter.
Any, I don't know, concerns or anything, you know, or testing that needs to go on with that generator?
We're waiting to find,
Okay.
we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting to find out more information. We had one little test, but we're waiting for the big thing to happen, and that hasn't been scheduled yet.
Okay. Do you think it'll be before the end of the year, or?
I'm hoping,
Yeah.
not, since I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm kind of a last
Yeah.
I think
communication.
it's on Evergy's court now, it's just a
Yeah.
matter of getting it scheduled on there when they can kill the power to the building and.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be good to, have it all tested and make sure that,
well, for
everything
sure,
happens
before
it
the
gets really
weather,
cold,
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Well, we have
Yeah.
done one test, and
Okay.
we did identify some things through that test, so that was helpful. And we're trying to coordinate it so it's the least interruptive to services.
Yeah, sure.
So we're still, between Evergy and just trying to mash schedules.
Yeah. Bill, you have a question? Or a
Yes.
comment?
Does the generator contain a heater to keep its coolant from freezing in the winter?
I don't know the specs of the
No.
generator, not my project.
Okay, that could be helpful,
Has there ever
given
been
our
a
climate.
problem?
I'm pretty sure that because we have other generators, this isn't the first city's generator, I'm sure they've taken all of that into consideration when they were installing this.
Okay, and then I was gonna ask about the fees. Somebody mentioned a draft of a fee letter. Is that draft available? I didn't see it in the packet at all. Where would that be available for the public wanting to see it at this
The
meeting?
public that are currently signing up for memberships are given that letter, And anybody that's a member is getting that letter, it's being mailed December 1st.
Okay, yes, I saw the December 1st date in the agenda, but I just didn't see the draft that you all were
Because
talking
it
about.
wasn't shared in the packet.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to stay up to date on this meeting, on things that the group was gonna be considering but weren't in the packet, how might I go about doing that?
The letter wasn't ever part of this meeting discussion. The letter was shared with Park Board so they understood what was going to be said in the letter. It wasn't, they had, outside of just reading it and knowing what the letter was going to state, it wasn't a agenda item of,
That was in.
there
We
was
just
no,
had some comment
there
on-
was no
on one of
discussion
the
amongst,
fees.
there was no discussion amongst this group about the content of the letter.
Right.
The letter was shared by me to the group, so they knew what the letter said.
Okay, so that really doesn't answer my question at all, though,
If
you
you're a member,
realize.
you're gonna get it in the mail.
If you're a member.
I don't understand the question.
How, if the public wanted to follow along with this group, listening to the meeting, participating, paying attention, and that letter was not in the agenda packet, how could the public get a copy of that?
They could, the letter is available, at the welcome desk if they if they are interested in membership.
Right now?
It is, yes.
Okay, thank
It
you.
is, because new members that are signing up, as of the completion of the mailing, I'm not going to be able to go back and send them a letter. So if you were to come to the welcome desk and say, I'm interested in membership, my staff gives you the current application and they give you the new rate letter.
Okay.
So that no one is surprised that their rates will go up if they're doing a monthly membership.
They go up January 1st.
January 1st.
Anna said that first, actually.
And I'm pretty sure this was discussed in September's meeting, and I think the information was provided.
We talked about the fees a little bit, and Jess said one of the fees.
Yes,
Okay.
you guys did make a suggestion on reducing the fees, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All right, so, under the membership, as always, we have the normal reports that, we provide just to kind of track where membership sales are at for the month versus where membership sales are at for the year. I said this backwards, the year was first, this is the month. And then we have our visit comparison reports that are included. I kind of detail these in the memo. I always like to give you a projection as to where we're currently sitting, for the month that we're in, since we're pretty far through November at this point. So we're forecasting that November visitation will remain consistent with November of 2024. We're averaging about 339 visits a day. That's about what we were averaging last year. Daily visitation for November is averaging 44 visits a day, which is consistent with 2024 visitation. So we're not looking like visitation is increasing much, but it is now the holiday week. So we are starting to see daily visits up a little bit and daytime visits up a little bit with kids not being in school. So we could see it surpass November of 24. As I stated last month, October revenue did not look like it was gonna surpass, and it ended up missing it by $1,300. But we surpassed November on November 20th. So the fluctuations in operations, that's why we look at things month to month as well as a year-long pattern, because one month we might be short, but the next month might. The fact that we had 10 days left and we surpassed it November 20th is,
Some months you have 5 weekends too, so
yeah,
that makes a big difference.
it's just the weirdness of how, things lay out. So we are looking good, for November. And then insurance membership reimbursement I'm looking at that, because, insurance memberships are a significant part of our visitation logs. And we're looking to exceed $95,000 with that this year. So that's significantly more than, it keeps growing. This year it's about 5% more than what it was last year. So to see that 5% growth is pretty impressive. If we can maintain that year over year, that's significant.
Is that because of an increase in rates?
No, membership is a set fee with that insurance is set with the provider.
Okay.
That's just purely usage.
Okay.
The number of people that are now benefiting from insurance visitation, yeah.
Do you find folks using the insurance benefits, utilize certain services here more than others?
Yes. A lot of our insurance people are also part of our Fit Class Pass. because then they get to go to, you know, water aerobics and the land classes. Not that the general population doesn't, but we do see that a lot of our fit class people are also insurance people. And then, they also are, just from the timing of the day, you know, walking, pickleball, we see them utilizing those types of services probably more than what I would consider our household and, household memberships, which is our largest percentage of memberships, actually household.
So between 8 and 8:30 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have a group of people come in and they're like, I'm doing 2 classes, or I'm doing 1 class, or I'm doing 3 classes, because they are in part of the fit class pass, they can take as many classes as they want. And so it's been, it's very interesting to watch them, you know, come in and do multiple classes, yeah.
Does it involve a particular demographic?
Yes,
Yes.
women over the age of 70.
Okay. Maybe I should come
Not my call. But
Moving on.
it starts with cardio chair drumming, then it's, cardio splash, and then it's, Taji Fit, which is, something in the water, what's that called? Tai Chi in the water?
Tai Chi in the water.
Thank you, you knew what this was, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't think of that, yes, Tai Chi.
Good demonstration.
Do it though?
No, you do not. It's just the time of the class. So most of the time at 8:30 in the morning, people
Sorry, I brought it up.
that are younger are working. But that doesn't mean that there aren't younger people. I'm just saying, as an average, they're probably 70.
Yeah, okay.
Just saying. It's a great socialization.
Don't put that in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
the
is
broader
good.
the spectrum of people you can get in here, the better.
Yeah, of
Better
course,
it
of course.
Yep,
Cradle to the grave.
and we try.
Hold off the grave.
Yeah, well,
Let's
yeah, exactly.
do that.
That's
And
why they're here.
that's why they're
That's why they're
here.
here.
That's why they're here. So
Okay,
that's everything that I had, unless there's other questions.
anybody? Oh, okay, moving on. Dave?
First one, that was included in your packet is the farmer's market season evaluation. And this was Ingrid's meeting that she has every year with all the season vendors. And they get a chance to talk about any of the rules, procedures. We talk about the schedule, which normally is pretty set. The big thing for this upcoming year is that July 4th will be on a Saturday and it'll be on a market day. So typically when that happens, we condense the market hours a little bit, just so that they can set up for the concert. So it'll be a very busy day on July 4th, because they can do the farmer's market and then they can stay, you know, for the concert.
You anticipate same vendors for that day that you have?
Yeah, I think so. There was some talk in the notes that if they didn't have as many vendors, they would try to put them on the south end as much as possible, so that if when they go to get, so the people that are coming to set up for Flags for Freedom for the concert are predominantly on the north end.
Are the vendors in general pleased with this year?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, very much so. And if you notice, the number of vendors were up significantly from last year. So we've had just a bunch of vendors, and then our shoppers were pretty consistent. Wasn't quite as many as last year, but I think last year was a kind of a peak year. But yeah, very good numbers, over 13,000, you know, shoppers.
Was there any discussion, since like Overland Park's kind of redoing their whole farmer market area, but, you know, once they get that area to change, if that's gonna impact this at all?
I'm
or-
sure it will, because while Overland Park was closed, we reaped the benefits of some new vendors that might have been at Overland Park that came to our market, and we're hopeful that they enjoyed it, and then maybe they'll stay.
Yeah.
We at Merriam Farmers Market, such a convenient location, easy to get in and shop and leave. Overland Park, however, has more shoppers, so that will tend to probably take some of those vendors back, but.
Didn't they
but we'll
just
see.
move it or shrink it, or I thought it was still open, but they moved it slightly.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was open but smaller.
it's actually kind of, you
Parking
drive by, it's
Parking is
pretty
an
neat.
issue there.
Yes. parking is our number one, you know, why people love us is you just
Yeah.
pull right up and grab your fresh produce instead of, you know, finding a parking spot 2 or 3 blocks away
Yeah.
and then having to walk into the market, so.
Okay.
So we shall see.
Okay, good.
Any questions about meeting farmer's market? Okay. The next thing is Merriam Drive Live. Renee has put this together. We did some cover bands again. Some of the first cover bands were a little more popular, and she thought that maybe because the band name had a little more, like you knew it was Hall & Oates versus some other ones, but every year she's just trying to tweak the event as far as is it the right length of time, is the musical talent what it needs to be, but it's a good event. Any questions about Merriam Drive Live? Okay. Next one is Sip and Shop evaluation. This year, Ingrid was able to add more vendors by putting the space in the hallway. So not only did all 3 rooms, the founder's room was full of crafters, she also had some crafters in the hallway. But a great turnout, great event. Everybody seemed to be happy and they got some early Christmas gifts.
I didn't think it was too crowded either.
Good.
This year was better.
We were concerned about the floor plan, just the space of that many vendors, and how many people would come. But you're right, it didn't seem to be too crowded.
I had an obligation that night, but my wife and 2 kids, they came, and I mean, they're old enough to all drink, and they all had a great time.
Oh, good,
They really
good.
enjoyed it and bought some stuff.
Good, awesome. Great, that's great feedback. And then, for upcoming events, we have our high school.
Dave, can I ask a question?
Yes, you sure can.
I didn't notice, and perhaps I missed it, any photos from Halloween this year? Facebook, were they posted? Do you
Oh,
recall?
yeah, they were.
On
Were they?
Facebook?
Yeah,
Yeah, on Facebook.
There were some pictures
Were they?
posted, yeah,
this year's Halloween?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll have to go back
I'll
and
go
look, but
back
I
and-
believe
yeah,
so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible I missed it, but I've been traveling a lot, but we'll see. Okay.
Yeah, I will check in.
Okay.
Upcoming events, high school, visual, artist competition. These are the winners from last year. That's kind of the cool thing about winning your, particular genre, or, is that you get to be in next year's postcard, so that's kind of a neat thing. We had, give you some numbers. We had 17 schools that participated in the Metro, which submitted 410 works. And out of those, 14 high schools had been selected with 100 works. 100 works is how many we put up. And remember, we put the portable walls up to allow us to put in more works. But it's a great event. It's a lot of fun. I always say it's kind of the future of art. It's going to be our artists that are coming up the pike, so it should be a lot of fun.
And this is the new portable wall system, like, so that's better supported or whatever?
It's the same system
Yeah,
with
same-
better support.
Just better support. Yeah, we did guy wire. Yeah. Now you can hang from them. We don't
Yeah.
suggest that, but
Keep
yeah,
an eye on
they're
those 5-year-olds.
they're not gonna fall down again for sure. Yeah. Next one's Christmas in the courtyard. That's where the mayor throws the switch and we get to light the Christmas tree. Public Works was able to get the Christmas tree put together, so it is up. So we'll throw the switch on December 5th. This is the year that I called the trifecta, because we have the high school show Thursday night, the Friday is Christmas in the courtyard, and then Saturday is breakfast with Santa, which that's the next event, which is Saturday morning, and it is again sold out. I think it's been sold out for
Over a
all
decade.
6 years. Yeah,
Oh,
6,
Six, we've been doing this for over 10 years.
Yeah.
It came with me, and I've been here 13. But we
Okay,
didn't do it
13 years.
We didn't do it the first year. I wanna say it was,
12.
it's probably 12 years now.
Yeah, any questions about breakfast? Okay, moving on, I just had one more program update. The art committee, met earlier this month, and just kind of give you, we are in the process of working on, that committee is just like this committee in that they will not have a meeting in December. By January, we're gonna try to look at, our first request for qualifications for the next project. Remember I kind of explained the next project's gonna be something along the trail. It's gonna be a sculpture, interactive piece of some type. And then, we talked about the artist that's gonna be doing the city hall windows. We're gonna be placed on her schedule for possibly this spring. Any questions about public art? That's all I had.
Okay, review of election protocols.
Yep, so, included in your packet was an oversight, overview of how tonight will work. So just as a reminder, you will be able to, the nomination will be from the floor. At this meeting, each position will have a separate nomination process. So as you can see on the agenda, we have, both positions that we, elect as a item B and item C as new business. Nominations will be brought forth from any member. A member should know beforehand if, he or she wishes to be, if you wish to nominate somebody, you better have a conversation with somebody before you nominate them, is what I'm trying to say. A person can nominate themselves. We ask that we give everybody a chance to nominate someone before you duplicate or repeat a nomination. So if you have two people you wanna nominate, we wanna make sure everybody has a chance to nominate before we make a duplicate, or before that person makes a second nomination. The presiding chairperson can continue presiding even if they're one of the nominees for the office. A member can decline the nomination, and after each nomination, the chairperson will repeat the name for the members and ask for further nominations. At the completion, if more than one person has been nominated, the chairperson will take a vote on candidates in the order in which they were nominated. Members must remember to vote yes for the candidate they want and vote no for the other candidates. The first candidate to receive a majority of the vote wins. In the event of a tie vote, members keep voting until someone is elected. At the conclusion of the voting process, the chairperson officially announces the results of the vote. And then the people that are elected tonight will take charge in January. We don't have an official changing of the guard, it just happens in January. So, George?
Okay, I will offer up a nomination. That's okay with everybody. I will nominate Katie for chairperson. Any other nominations? Okay.
Do you need a second,
Well, not,
or is that when we vote?
well, we have to see if anybody else is interested, and then if there's nobody else interested, then we'll take a vote. First, second, and then all in favor of Katie. If there's another one, then it'll be first, second for whoever, all in favor, have to vote yes or no.
Any other nominees? No? Okay. All in favor of Katie taking over chairperson for 2026? Say aye.
Aye.
Any noes? Katie's new chair. Okay. Good luck. Okay, vice chair. Any nominations? Okay, I have one. David.
I was going to nominate people.
Huh?
I was going to nominate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But your nomination.
Okay. Katie nominates David.
Double nomination.
Double nomination. That's probably a first, David. Okay, any other nominations? Okay. Give a vote for David for vice chair. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have a new battery, chair and vice chair.
Leadership.
Very good. Okay. Any other questions, comments, other business? No? Okay. Make a motion to adjourn our last meeting of 2025, or ask for a motion.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, have a good holiday.
Congratulations.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you all. Congratulations.
Get you back on the
Do I
wagon.
new,
Get you
intern?
back on the wagon.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yes, you're.
Yes, we'll have a new intern next year, or we'll try.
Summer.
Oh, it's just some, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes it.
Is in
What's
this
that?
year.
I don't think he has
Well-
liked it.
Well, it's just, that's the.
I mean, that's our-
I didn't see Jason, he just lives down the street from me.
Oh, I know where he lives.
Around the
Or
corner,
they're
so.
420 some hours.
We have a Bulgarian neighbor.
I know they make your stuff.
Yes, yes. and I
Herman's
was
amazing.
there.
Well, he and Iska both, so.
So we just.
I'm a.
Alrighty,
I'm-
have a good one.
uh,
G2?
I belong to Troop 93 in Shawnee, but I'm not active anymore. They live
Yeah,
my,
yeah, sorry. I'm gonna slip in here and put this back.
Okay.
my son got his Eagle from there. Is, I've done a lot of the high adventure training there.
Yeah.
Film on and backpacking training. But, I just said on my meetings, I don't go to meetings, I don't go to meetings or, any even camp outs anymore.
I don't see those,
Oh, okay, so, well, it's not.
I don't see those Halloween photos either.
GE and they
Yeah,
are
so
gonna do some.
Are you okay,
similar,
Kathy?
similar to the first one,
over there. Factory over
the
there.
city council said,
There you go, my
okay,
friend.
here's
Here you
your
go.
dedicated
I'm gonna give that to him.
this amount of money.
I realized what you were doing, and I go, no, back in, I watched.
Or his troop rather, but,
Still time.
you can email me, I can give you
Yes,
information as to.
So this is
kind
kind of the second
contact the scoutmaster there.
that they said.
I mean, they have just under its him. Let's see, when my son and I became members in '96, I think, something like that. Just under
So
rural wear.
it started in '23 actually.
Probably
So the
250
art committee,
Eagles.
obviously
It's
it's
been a
been.
tremendous program. I was advancement chair for lots of years. It wasn't a pat on the back, but we got a bunch of them.
Well, especially, yeah, if you're doing this right or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
But they do a camp out almost every month.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
including the
that's
summer,
a
yeah.
good scout program to
Yes,
do
right.
that.
Well,
And also,
The boy just has to be prepared, you know, and my son was quartermaster several times, he also loved to cook, you know.
That helps.
He and my daughter-in-law live in Austin now, but he's cooking Thanksgiving dinner, you know, so,
Yeah, having a.
so.
He's a
it's
quarterman,
it's,
yeah.
you know, there's lots of great troops.
Yeah, yeah, well, that's what I was just saying, like, yeah, maybe put a word out. to
Right.
some of them
I do
that
know
are
that,
interested.
you know, in fact, I donated a whole bunch of my extra camping gear to them. I still go camping, but I had a whole bunch of extra stuff, so I just donated it to them. And as I mentioned, they are, I think they just, in fact, it might have been last weekend.
And it
but a
doesn't
lot of
mean we
times,
have
either
to
the
spend it,
weekend
it just-
before, weekends before, they go down to Nomnoster and camp at Nomnoster. It's a troop cook. They deep fry turkeys. You know, it's a big deal. In fact, they also, I didn't notice, I'm sure she must have given emails,
Yeah, they're
but a
gonna
lot of
get
times
it.
they'll take an Amtrak train down. Some guys will drive down, start getting set up. And the train will do a whistle stop right there on the intersection with the tracks and whatever the name of the street is, Nomnoster. It's a fun train trip. I mean, I'd be on there and I had scouts coming up to me, Mr. Vessel, can I borrow $1? Mr. Vessel, can I borrow $1? Which of course you never see that. And, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the train trip is.
Pretty hominid.
That's a cooler one, I've heard, yeah.
So, but they do something every
And
month.
it's still an area of.
In January, they'll probably be, down near Hutchinson, they go through what they call the Trappers Rendezvous, where, you can swap stuff. I mean, you can go down there with a pocket knife and come out with a Ford Explorer, right? You know,
I've seen videos like that.
yeah, it's wild, and I've been down, it's a cold one, it is a cold one. I've camped in 0 degree and 100 degree.
Yeah.
And I prefer 55, but if I had to do either extreme, it would be 0.
Cold is
You
better.
can always add more layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You're right about the Halloween thing. They did not post any Halloween
okay,
photos.
that's what I thought,
It
okay.
went straight from October 30th, like the It's Coming
Okay,
gift file,
yeah.
to the weekly update thing next week.
Well, thanks for checking. I'm sure that they'll ask Renee about it or whatever, but maybe you got a photographer or something.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Maybe she was on vacation that week.
I don't know, the cold day, that one was,
Happy Thanksgiving.
something like that.
The key thing is,